Olen Zellweger preseason goals, assists, highlight reel plays, skating, mistakes. There is a lot to talk about here, folks. We're going to break down 3 clips of Olen Zellweger today. There were more that we could have gotten into, but I felt like, you know what, let's try to keep this video to a manageable length. Before we get into the video, though, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel and check out the Crash the Pond podcast. On that note, let's dive right in. All right, first clip of the video that we are going to review, and this will be an Olen Zellweger goal in his first game against the Sharks earlier in the week. But I thought it would be more useful to not just look at the goal itself, but look at the entirety of the shift, just to give you an idea of where Olen Zellweger is at. Just a more complete picture. And so starting off here, neutral zone face-off, Olen Zellweger is at the bottom right of your screen. Let's play it out here. Puck drops, puck goes over to Olen Zellweger. And right here, as you can see, he's already activated himself to become available as a threat for a zone entry. So just rolling the tape back just a little bit. As soon as that puck drops, he's already swinging wide. He's already making himself available over that Sharks logo right here. So he's looking to threaten as soon as he catches the puck. So that shows me a little bit of anticipation, or at least pre-planning. He's got an idea of what he wants to do before the puck, which is something that you like to see. Roll it now, enters the zone, puts on a move, tries to do the little loose puck, kind of chip it ahead to yourself, and then go and retrieve it, right? So you see that he goes wide and then chips it. Roll it forward now. And then as the defenseman or the Sharks defender closes the gap on him, he's forced to just dump it back deep into the Sharks zone. And although I like the attitude here of let's attack, there's just no plan here. I don't really know what he was trying to do. Look at his head. Look at where he's looking. Right? He's scanning the ice. We can give him that right here. Head up. But where is he necessarily looking? It's hard to say. Also, these guys are kind of static. They don't really present a lot of options. And so instead of doing this kind of low percentage, try to just go around a guy, which probably worked for Olen Zellweger in junior, where he could just go wide and then try to come back and make a play. What I would prefer to see Zellweger do here, which I think he can do, is let's just throw on the brakes here. You know, right there when you see that gap is getting closed and you're just not going to be able to make a play, let's just pump the brakes, delay, and look for an option either with a trailer or just scan the ice, and if nothing really does present itself, you can still get it deep. But what actually happens with this play here, you know, it doesn't really lead to anything. And so I like some of the mentality there, but it's just not necessarily, it didn't necessarily have the best result. Now, as the play develops, Ducks are looking to break it out. And we see here that Sam Carrick makes a nice play in the neutral zone, gets possession established in the Sharks offensive zone, brings it around the net, back to the point. And now Olen Zellweger gets back involved. He's making himself available for a pass here. Boom. And this is something I've noticed that Zellweger does. It's almost like a little hitch, where when he doesn't see that he has an option here to get a shot through or a pass, he'll attack the space and then he kind of just circles back. And I've never really seen a defenseman do that as often as he does. I'll show you guys what I mean here. Attacks it and then just kind of does this awkward little semicircle thing. And what I don't like about it is that, bro, you are going the wrong way here. If this dude or this dude get activated seeing that you're looking the wrong way, that's a potential turnover. So I don't love that. I don't think any coach loves that. But as he reestablishes himself, and you can see here a little nice edge work from Olen Zellweger, right? A little mohawk action, 10-2 action, opening up the hips, swiveling, creates a shooting lane for himself, snaps it, and boom, it goes in. So off of that initial kind of weird semicircle turn that he makes, it actually turns into a goal. And so why was he able to create something out of seemingly nothing? What I like about it is that once he gets out of that bad position, he's able to get it back on his forehand, turn around, and basically create that shooting lane for himself, right? He created that lane essentially out of thin air. And so that is definitely a positive, right? We're going to run it back one more time. Creating, looking, opening up, getting into that shooting position, and just snaps it on net. So I like that. I think that that's good offense for him. He's creating a lane. The only thing I don't love about it is that in that position that he was in, where he's turned away from the play, there's nothing wrong with just getting it over to your D partner and resetting, going back to your original position. This kind of dragging it into space, right? I mean, if you look at his partner almost doesn't know what to do. Like, okay, I guess I'll just stand here. A great goal comes out of it, a great snapshot, but just a lot of interesting things to kind of take away from this overall shift. And I think that dichotomy that we saw there, it's going to come back up, just as a spoiler warning in the future clips that we're going to talk about. So let's just look at the goal one more time. Boom, hip swivel, protect puck, snap, goal. It's a great outcome, but there's more layers to it than I think we realize. So with that, let's get into the next clip. Next clip, let's jump right into it. So here we see Olen Zellweger's aggressiveness and that little semicircle play that I talked about at the blue line in the Sharks clip kind of come back and reveal itself again, but I think that this time it actually works out in a more positive manner. And yet now you could say, hey, the last one resulted in a goal, wasn't that positive? But I think this one comes out a little more cleanly, and it does end up resulting in a goal. I do apologize for the video quality here. The stream from this game was just a little choppy, so bear with me, but I'm going to do my best to make sure that you guys understand who is who in the picture. So starting off here, Olen Zellweger is going to be on the left side of your screen at the blue line right here, and he's going to activate into the play, and he's going to attack space, which we love to see from a defenseman at the point, and then it's a goal is eventually going to come of it. So roll it. He's surveying a puck battle along the wall. Puck goes behind the net. They try to get it up the wall. Now he has it in his control. As you can see, again, I'm going to do my best to coach you through this clip because it is just not the best quality. But he's right here. Puck is on his stick. And he's got so much space here, right? And so a lot of defensemen, what they'll first look to do, swing it over to your partner. What I prefer to see defensemen do is, hey, let's attack that space. And then, hey, if this guy steps up too much, then you have maybe a better passing option. Maybe your partner recognizes that, attacks on the weak side, and then you have a nice cross-ice feed. Or, hey, if he just kind of sags off, then you have a shooting opportunity, right? There's just plenty of options that can create. It puts the defenders in a bad position. So roll it. That's what he intends to do, right? He gets into the space, but he sees, oh, the other defender, he realized at the last second, oh crap, I better get over there. So Olen adjusts, which you like to see, curls it over, and he does that little weird half circle thing that I was telling you guys about in the last clip, right? This is just not something I see a lot of defensemen do. So as he attacks the space, sees it's not there, and just kind of curls a little bit. It's interesting. Whoop. This time though, I like that it's cleaner, right? Attacks the space, sees it's not there, extra stick handle, gets it over to Radko Gudas. And now as he gets it over to Gudas, what I like to see is that he reloads, right? Makes himself available again, and he's using that inside his backwards skating, backwards crossovers. That way, once he does receive the puck, he can then use his weight to shift forward. And as you'll see here, he's doing the old beaver tail, clapping his stick, which you just love to see that energy from Olen Zellweger. He always wants the puck in the offensive zone. Clapping the stick, boom, boom, get it over to me. Notices that the defender this time is once again playing up on him. He knows that he can potentially attack that, attacks the space, gets it over his teammate. Now watch his instinct as he gets the puck over. Boom, I'm just going to get back into that slot. Let's create another passing opportunity, another problem for the defense to solve. Now, the puck doesn't actually get over to him. It ends up going to this dude. That's a very bad drawing of the number, but you get the point. Gets over to number 6'9", and hey, it ends up as a goal for the Ducks, finds the back of the net. Good for Chase DeLeo. Now, you could say, if you really want to be nitpicky, that once Olen gets in here, it's just a bit of a muddy picture, right? That in fact, he might be making it harder for Chase DeLeo to get the puck because he is dragging this dude into the picture. But I think overall, it's just a good instinct. Hey, go, get off that blue line, and let's just put the structure of the other team defensively in as much of a bind as we can. Right, so let's just run all the way back. Gets the puck at the blue line, kind of that little awkward half circle thing, little semicircle thing, and then gets it over to Radko Gudas, reloads, beaver tail clap, boom, jump in, and it ends up as a goal. I think that this is a really nice kind of controlled aggression version of Olen Zellweger in this clip. It's not the kind of crazy energy that's a little bit all over the place without a plan that we've seen, not just in the previous clip, but throughout the games that we've watched of him. So with that, let's move forward to the next clip. Okay, now this clip to me is the other side of the aggression coin that we see with Olen Zellweger. This is, you love the mentality of attacking, but you just got to find a way to control it. And I thought about this, and I have other clips that I could show you guys to illustrate this point even further, but in the interest of keeping these videos below 30 minutes to an hour, I figured let's find one that I think is most representative of this dilemma for Olen Zellweger. And this is going to be kind of a similar setup that we saw to the previous clip. So let's roll it here. Ducks are on the forecheck. They are able to establish possession with Adam Henrique and Zach Kassian and Brock McGinn. The puck gets back to the point to Radko Gudas. And similar situation here for Olen Zellweger, right? He gets the puck at the left point, sees that there's space to attack, tries to figure out, okay, where am I going to go with this? Sees that there aren't really that many options, just takes a shot on net, which I don't hate because Adam Henrique was in the picture, was in that kind of line of sight for the goalie. As you can see right here, hey, if Adam Henrique gets a stick on that could potentially be a good play. So I don't hate that point shot. I don't love point shots in general, but I think that that's one that I can live with. Shot misses. Brock McGinn is going to recover the puck. And by the way, I really have enjoyed watching Brock McGinn in this preseason. I just think he skates so well. He's so fluid. Puck goes back to the point to Radko Gudas. Love the kind of intention here by Gudas. He's attacking the space in front of him, or at least trying to move forward, I should say, instead of just kind of standing still and swinging it over to the other defenseman. He gets it to the face-off circle, and you just love to see Zach Kassian trying to do his best Alex Ovechkin the impression. This is how you know that it's the preseason. I mean, watch this, you guys. Radko Gudas notices that Zach Kassian is in the opposite circle. And look at Zach Kassian just standing there like he's Alex Ovechkin. Puck gets over to him, makes contact. I mean, good on him. Gudas then tries to hit it again on net. Not maybe the best idea. And this is where I think things just go awry for me. Right, so the puck squirts out, as you can see right there. Puck is very hard to see because of this image quality. Sorry, it's the stream's fault, but the puck is right here. Puck squirts out. Let's back it up just a tiny bit. And Olen Zellweger's thinking, oh, hey, I'm Olen Zellweger. I pull off every pinch. I am an aggressive defenseman. I have an attacking mindset. And I love that. I love that about him. It's just that you got to recognize the situation, right? This Sharks player is closer to the puck than you are. Just, there's no question about it. This is just an objective truth. There is another player on the Sharks that he could be a passing option if this puck comes out. As a defenseman, yes, there are times where you want to attack this loose puck if it's a reasonable chance of getting it. Here, I just don't know if he has a reasonable chance. He's too far away. And so what you have to do then as a result is start backpedaling. Not crazy backpedaling, not too far back, right? But just prepare yourself for that incoming rush. Let your forwards recover and apply that back pressure. We're going to roll it. He just jumps in, and this is what happens, right? If you miss, if you swing for that home run, right? If he manages to get this puck, then you have a potential goal, because then he's able to get it over to his teammates in the slot. And I just don't really understand even the path, the route that he takes, right? He's coming in, kind of awkwardly almost, right? You can see him right here, a little awkwardly. And as he's coming in, he just applies the brakes, just takes himself out of the picture completely, and off the Sharks go, off to the races. We're going to roll it. 2-on-1. And now you like to see Olen Zellweger get back, but this requires Lucas Dostal to make a really difficult save. He gets run into, he gets run over, and then a fracas ensues in front of the net afterwards. Now, none of this is actually Olen Zellweger's fault, all this after the fact. It's not his fault that his goalie got ran into. But if you just go back to the origin of this rush, right, it's just a bad read. It's just a bad read. That's all it is. If you're going to go for this puck, watch how he goes for it. Don't be timid. Like, you got to go. If you want to make that decision, that's fine. But you got to go. And so right here, I think this is him being aggressive, except he's just misapplying it. Either have a better technique or don't do it at all. But this is just not a good play for Olen Zellweger. I don't know really how else to frame it, and I hope that people don't take this as me saying, Olen Zellweger isn't good, because I love the skill set that he has. I love just the way that the energy he brings to the game, the aggressive mindset, the skating. It's just, we've got to clean up some of these reads, some of these decisions. Going back to the first clip that I showed you guys, there are other clips as well where it's just, let's manage that aggression a little better, as we see a full display of aggression in this clip, in this fracas, I should say. And so, what are my final thoughts? I'll just kind of play this in the background as I talk for a little bit here. What are my final thoughts? I think Olen Zellweger is a great prospect still. I think that he's got a lot of talent. I think he has a lot to bring to the table. I just want to see him manage his approach a little bit better. Let's pick our spots a little bit better. I think this is something that Pavel Mintyukov has already kind of figured out almost, at least in the games he's played. And this isn't a huge adjustment for Olen Zellweger to make. I think that he can figure this out. It's just going to be a process. Are the Ducks willing to live with that in the NHL or the AHL? How quickly can he adjust? It remains to be seen. But I'm still high on the player. I just want to see him manage the way he's playing a little bit more, his level of aggression. On that note, I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Really appreciate your support. And check out the Crash the Pond podcast. On that note, we will talk to you next time. Have a good one.